The Stamford Hill ghosts were brought to the public's attention by a Mr. Robert Cowan, a very stable individual who worked for a leading advertising agency in New York City. The house in question is the 1780 Stamford Hill residence and was named after the year of its construction. Mr. C provided a brief account of occurrences experienced by he and his wife during the last 10 years. From time to time, I have noticed unidentified movements out of the corner of my eye, day or night, and most often I've noticed this while sitting in our parlour, and the movement I notice is in the living room. Sometimes, late at night, by myself, I hear beautiful but unidentified music, seemingly being played by a full orchestra, as if a radio was on in some other part of the building. Finally, quite often I've heard a variety of knocks and crashes that do not have any logical source within the structural setup of the house. Once, a short time ago, a very loud smash occurred, as if a door had fallen off its hinges upstairs. But when inspected, nothing had happened. My wife recently had a vivid experience when she observed a translucent face, perhaps a native, staring at her from the kitchen window. She removed herself as the face didn't. Sometimes the sounds of crew of working men have been heard outside, when indeed there were no men there. The house was visited by interested parties, and they and Mr. and Mrs. C sat in the large living room upstairs, and indeed the sound of music, as if someone was playing a radio at a distance, was heard. Also at this time, firm and strong footsteps were heard overhead, clearly not the sound of scurrying animals. Quickly the upper room was entered and inspected, with nothing being found. A bright light was seen by all on the back wall on the ground floor room. Within 2 weeks, Mr. C called and informed the visitor that paranormal occurrences had increased since the first visit. The house was visited again within the month, this time with a medium who said she sensed a small woman wearing a white dress who had red hair. The medium slipped into a trance, and the spirit of a woman who said her name was Lucy was contacted. Lucy said that she was old and had once had a husband, but subsequent information stated that the man had died before Lucy and married. Lucy did not think she was dead. She stated that George Washington had died there. Mr. C, after the medium's visit, and at a time when they were attempting to sell the house, paranormal activity much increased and was noticed by a house guest. The house was again visited by a medium who reported encounters with an old woman and a young man and an old man. It seems that the old ghost had killed someone named Benjamin, and the victim had been thrown down a well. The old man did not realize he was a ghost, but was convinced by those in attendance that he was. It is thought that the old man may be a Sergeant Major Harm. The spirit occurrences have lessened some, but still occur from time to time.